Okay, I guess we'll get started now. All right, good morning. My name is Mona Aisha, and I'm the Communications Coordinator for MPAC, and welcome everyone to today's webinar on how to set up your Instagram shop. Today's session is brought to you by the City of Mississauga, presented by the Mississauga Business Entrepreneur Center. So MBAC is a part of the City of Mississauga's Economic Development Office. We are the central source of information and guidance for the small business owners and entrepreneurs. If you'd like to connect with us, check out mississauga.ca/MBAC. So to start off, I will be reading our land acknowledgement. We acknowledge the lands which constitute the present-day City of Mississauga as being part of the treaty lands and traditional territory of the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation, the Seneca and Atawanderon and wider Haudenosaunee Confederacy, and the Huron-Wendat First Nation. We recognize these peoples, the Anishinaabe, the Ojibwe nations within the Haudenosaunee Confederacy, the Huron-Wendat, and the other people who inhabited these lands since time immemorial. The City of Mississauga is home to First Nations, Métis, and Inuit peoples. As a municipality, the City of Mississauga is actively working towards reconciliation by continuing to strengthen our relationship with Indigenous communities. We formally recognize the Anishinaabe origins of our name and continue to make Mississauga a safe space for all Indigenous peoples. So a little bit more about MPEC. We are, again, your central source for small business information, resources, and guidance. We are currently providing our support and services remotely, and our hours are from Monday to Friday, 9 to 5 p.m. Feel free to reach out to us for any of your small business concerns regarding free business information and guidance, webinars and workshops, resources and tools, training and mentorship programs, as well as entrepreneurship programs. Again, more information can be found at mississauga.ca/MBEC. To view past webinars such as this one, feel free to check us out at thefuturesunlimited.ca/small business/training webinars and workshops. A bit more about our team. We have John Lamb, who is our entrepreneurship and innovation specialist, as well as Susan Lovelace, who is our small business consultant. Their contact information can be found below. We are here to help, so feel free to reach out to them at any time. And a bit more on how to contact us. So again, we are here for small business support and success. You can contact us through our email, which is mbec@mississauga.ca, our phone number, which is 905-615-4460, and our website, mississauga.ca/mbec. We can also be found on social media on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter at Mississauga EDO. We also offer our business advisory services, which are also provided remotely. Some services include our legal services, accounting, business operations, sales strategies, digital marketing, as well as our scale-up services. More information can be found at thefuturesunlimited.ca/business advisory. We also offer our Start a Company Plus program. Applications do open in July 2022. This program offers free training and business skills development, a free mentorship and guidance program, as well as the opportunity to apply for a program grant of up to $5,000. More information can be found at mississauga.ca/Start a Company Plus. We also offer the summer company program. Applications for this program do open up in March 2022. This program is meant for those aged 15 to 29 years old who have a business idea. Feel free to sign up for our e-newsletter for application dates. We will be sending the announcements out for that through the e-newsletter. And again, more information can be found at mississauga.ca/young entrepreneurs. And at this point, I will be handing it over to our panelists today. Sahana will be taking over. She is our DMS project coordinator.
Thank you, Mona. As Mona has mentioned, my name is Sahana, and I am the DMS project coordinator here at the City of Mississauga. And I'm here with Sana, our digital service squad member, who also represents our port credit and area, and she will be sort of presenting today. So a little bit about the Digital Main Street program. So, the Digital Main Street program is designed for brick and mortar businesses here at the city, and we provide free digital assessments of your business, help to enhance your online business presence, provide free one on one guidance, resources, and recommendations on growing digitally. So, if you are a brick and mortar business here at the city and you're looking for that digital support, feel free to out to us by contacting us through our email or visiting our website at mississauga.ca/digital main street. And in the upcoming month, we are having a few different webinars for you. One of them being how to set up your Shopify e-commerce website, how to optimize your Shopify store, how to use TikTok for your small business, and how to use MailChimp. So if any of these webinars are of interest to you, these are all free, so please feel free to attend. And for today's webinar, Sana will be presenting on how to set up your Instagram shop. And before we get into the presentation, we just have a few little pointers. So just to remember, audio is available for speaker and panelists only. Camera display is available for speaker and panelists only. This session is being recorded and available after today's session. Please use chat area to offer comments and ask questions. Please put to all panelists. And lastly, today's presentation, resources, and a feedback survey will be emailed to attendees following today's session. So without further ado, I'll be passing it over to Sana to give us a presentation on Instagram Shop.
Thank you, Sana. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Okay, so good morning, everybody, and thank you for attending my webinar on how to set up your Instagram shop. I had a lot of fun creating and exploring Instagram shop, and I hope you have fun learning about it, just as I had fun creating this webinar. So some questions that I had when I first came across Instagram shop was, what is the difference between Instagram, Instagram business, and Instagram shop? What is the main demographic that uses Instagram? And how can I determine if Instagram shop is right for my business or the clients who I work with? So Instagram has three main components. It started off purely for personal use, and majority of Instagram users have personal accounts only. There are currently about 1 billion active users monthly all over the world on Instagram, and more than half of the global Instagram population is aged 34 years or younger. Then there's Instagram Business, and now the newest addition is the Instagram Shop feature, which I will be covering today. So what is Instagram Shop? Instagram has officially moved from a social or lifestyle app to a digital marketplace. This means that it is now a place where you can buy and sell products. It introduced the Instagram Shop button in 2020, and this integrates an e-commerce component within the app. So I'm just going to show you this right here. This is the button. This used to be a heart, and now this is the shop button. And when you click on it, it takes you to a page with where people are buying and selling products. So these are all the products that are being sold. So let's say if I click on this, it's going to take me to the actual product that's being sold. And once I click on that, I can see the price and I can see more detail. So let's say like I click on this tag right here, and it's essentially going to take me to the e-commerce page. I'm going to see more product pictures, more product descriptions, and I have the option to view it on the website. So businesses without an e-commerce can still use Instagram to generate leads and promote their businesses. But unless if you have an e-commerce based business, the shop feature is not for you. So is Instagram Shop right for your business? So examples of businesses that are ideal for Instagram Shop are any businesses that sell physical products. This means any retail business is ideal for Instagram Shop. Some prime examples are stores that sell furniture or jewelry, makeup, clothes, or any consumer packaged goods, such as snacks or vitamins. Fun fact, Etsy recently introduced an Instagram integration plugin, so you can tag your homemade crafts from Etsy directly in your Instagram shop. So some businesses that are not eligible for the shop feature are any businesses that don't sell and ship products. This means that businesses that provide services cannot use this feature. These include businesses like educational centers, like coaching centers, Montessori's or universities, creative and entertainment-based businesses such as businesses that do live events, health and wellness services like therapists, dentists, acupuncturists, professional services like business solutions, law firms, consultancy firms, and realtors, or any businesses that sell digital products. So those are not eligible for the shop feature. So if you're still here, that means you most likely have a product to sell and you have an e-commerce based business. If you're still unsure if the shop feature is right for you, here are some reasons why this is a great tool for your business. First of all, it's a free tool for all Instagram users, whether you're the business owner or whether you're the customer. And it is a great way to discover new products for purchasing. Customers can make purchases without being redirected to a new window in a different browser. Your merchandise is also organized in an easy to navigate cataloging system, which makes the shopping experience user-friendly and easy to navigate. By creating an Instagram shop, you have added an additional marketing channel to generate more sales opportunities and grow your brand reach. And finally, searchability and data insights are another top reason to use this Instagram shop feature. Like I mentioned earlier, Instagram is a growing marketplace and you have access to its users. 70 to 80%, sorry, 70 to 80% Instagram users turn to Instagram for product discoverability. You also have access to Instagram's data, which gives you a huge insight into marketing trends. It also helps you develop your customer base and grow your brand. I'm going to get back into Instagram's discoverability and data perks in just a little bit, but first, let's set up your Instagram shop. So in order to set up your Instagram shop, you must have Facebook, you must have Instagram, and you must have a website. These are the holy grails for starting your Instagram shop. And at this point, you need all three of these in order to get started. So Facebook is your main operations hub. This is where I recommend that you get started. You will use your personal account to set up a business page and then get your page verified. This includes meeting Facebook's eligibility requirements. For example, one of the main requirements is that you sell a physical product. Once you're approved, you can begin to set up your store. You can add your inventory and create catalogs of your products. You can tag your products from your website in your catalog, and I'll show you an example of what that looks like on the user's end in our demo later on. I also have a step-by-step resource on how to set up your Facebook, Instagram, and then connect it to your website, and it's in the resources at the end of this deck. Or you can always reach out to me if you have any further questions. So similar to Facebook, you're also going to set up an Instagram business account. Facebook and Instagram, they are the same company, so it's very much a similar process. Essentially, what you're doing is you set up a Facebook business account, you're going to set up a Facebook, Instagram account, you're going to connect the two. So again, you're going to register your business account, you're going to make sure that you are located in a supported market. This is a fairly new feature, so it isn't available in every location. So you just have to make sure that This feature is available where you are. Again, you have to be selling a physical product. And then you connect your Facebook page to your Instagram, and you set up your catalogs, your product descriptions as well, and then you submit it for review. And now the third component of our Holy Grail, you're going to link your website to your integrated Facebook and Instagram. So Instagram and Facebook, which are called Meta, they have partnered up with Shopify and BigCommerce. So if you use Shopify and BigCommerce, the integration is very seamless because they've already partnered up. But as long as your website has a plugin for Instagram, you can connect your Instagram shop with your website. So like I mentioned earlier, Etsy has a plugin. So if you have an Etsy shop, you can connect your Instagram to it and you're good to go. And now you're all set up. So like I promised earlier, I want to share some of Instagram's coveted discoverability and data perks that are exclusive to the app. In 2019, Facebook did a study and found that Instagram is a pivotal deciding factor in the purchase process for its users. And remember, it has over 1 billion users. People who use the platform use Instagram as a discovery engine for brands. And it isn't so much that they're going there for brands, but it is that Instagram is really positioning itself as a marketplace and as a place to discover brands, to shop, and to sell. Remember that Instagram has precision data ads. So Instagram's advertising is one of its main key selling points. Instagram has access to Facebook's large pool of data. So they really are in tune with who you are, what your lifestyle is, who your friends are, what type of news you listen to. And that really helps them target the ads appropriate to the customers, which is why Instagram is really positioning itself and it's becoming a great place to look for shopping that suits your needs. One of the articles that I was reading said that, you know, one of the users felt like Instagram was almost like his own personal shopper. It wasn't even as if he was going to the mall. He was going to go see his own personal shopper because your For You page is so designed for you and your specific needs. Instagram also has an algorithm-centered model. So it's always updating its algorithm. It's very much a trendsetter. It's where trends begin. And it's always on top of what is the trendiest. So 83% of people surveyed said that they go to discover brands on Instagram or that they have discovered brands on Instagram. 81% said that they research products using Instagram, and 80% of users decided whether or not to make a purchase based on the content that they came across on Instagram. So some other ways of utilizing Instagram's data is by analyzing the activity of your personal customer base that visits your page. Instagram shows you what products were added to a wish list or added to cart by users. You can track how many clicks your products received or what was the gateway product that brought customers to your page. You can use the data generated by your customer traffic to determine what products are trending in your shop. You can get creative and create promotional materials around the products that are added most to cart or that are most desirable. So really, using the data that Instagram collects for you, using that to leverage how to grow your brand and what people are looking for or what people are more interested in. And this can really be done without any advertising. It's just getting an idea of what your shoppers are thinking about or what they're interested in. And then you can start to create content around the most desirable products. So one of the most exciting features about Instagram Shop is that you can tag your products, and you can tag your products within your content seamlessly. So you can create posts like the one that you see on the screen. it's a content. It's part of your content. But when you click on it, it takes you to product details. And so this is one of the most exciting features of this shop is that your e-commerce products are integrated into your content. So you can create shoppable posts and you can, select products that you like from your post, and then your customers can get more information by going on your tag post, seeing prices, description, and then eventually making a purchase. You can also add tag posts on your stories. And you can also add tags in in the ads that you create. So those are very interactive new features that are exclusive to the shop features. But some of the other ways that you can use Instagram to create marketing is you can create reels, you can do videos, and then you can go live on Instagram. Instagram is a great place for visual marketing. So for any business that uses videos and photography, Instagram is the hub for that. Influencer marketing is also huge, and Instagram is actually one of the original platforms for influencer marketing. So you can always, send products to an influencer that you like, that you think might connect with your product. And if they end up featuring your product on their page, that means like their hundreds and thousands of followers now have a recommendation for your product. So it's a great visibility. And you have access to that as well, just because you're on Instagram. You can also create content that is fun, engaging, and informative. So for example, if you're a food business, you can share a healthy recipe or a holiday recipe or seasonal recipes. You can share fashion tips if you sell clothes. Or if you sell makeup, you can do makeup tutorials or makeup tips and tricks. Finally, you can connect with your customers by sharing their stories on your own feed. You can interact with them directly through messaging and the comment section. You can also follow them and build a relationship and a community. And for all Main Street businesses, what we're eventually trying to do is take this online community and then translate it into an offline community as well. So I am actually going to now do a demonstration of an Instagram shop and what the user experience looks like on our end. So here we have Ella's Element shop. You can see here, the bio section really shows you like, okay, this is what she sells, if she has any promotions. This is the view shop button that we're going to be exploring. So that means like she does have Instagram shop because she has the view shop right here. And then I wanted to show you what the tagged posts look like. So wherever we see this right here, that's how you know that the content has a tag post. So we can see it here, we can see it here, and I'm just going to show you what that looks like. We can also see it here, we can see it here. So this is one of our tag posts. As soon as I click on it, all of the products that are tagged, they show up. If I was interested in the infinity necklace, I would just click on that and it would show me product details. She's also tagged her own shop, and then she's tagged, you can tag people that are associated with the account as well. So let's say if you had a model or an influencer within this post, you could tag them as well. So as soon as I clicked on it, as soon as I clicked on the post and the tags came, the option to view shop also came. we're not gonna view shop just yet. I'm just gonna go back and share one more post just to see what that looks like. So this post right here. And again, we can see every item that the model's wearing, it's tagged. So it really shows you what the products are like in real life, and that's a huge advantage. Again, if I wanted, I could view shop or I could click on the individual products as well. But for now, we're just going to go back and we're going to view shop through the view shop button. So this is the view shop button, and the collections that I mentioned earlier that you are setting up on Facebook, a few of those are right here. So you can see that Ella has a Sweet Sets collection. She has the November Newness. She has a build your own jewelry set, and you can view the collections right here if you wanted to. But we're just going to go back up and we're going to browse all of her collections, and I'm going to go into women. And from here, I'm going to go to the minimalist resin ring. And so now you can see right here, it's essentially an e-commerce page. We have her, we can see detailed product pictures. We can see product pictures, lifestyle product pictures as well. There's the price, the title of the product, and a lot more description. There's a few more facts, so we can see that it's 18 karat gold. We can see the size. We can see delivery options. I can message the shop right here if I wanted to, and I have the option to view shop here as well, but we're just going to go and view this on the website because now I want to make the purchase. So essentially what's happened here is we had integrated our website with Meta. So Meta is Facebook and Instagram. And this is that component of it. So we're on the website and we're gonna make the purchase on Ella's website, but that doesn't mean that we've left the app. We're still connected in the app. Right now it's all integrated, but your website is still your website. All the content on it is your content. The payment methods are still the payment methods that you set up. It's just that now it has been added and connected to Meta, which is Facebook and Instagram. I'm just going to show you what this process looks like and essentially how fast it is. So I'm just going to add this to cart. I had a few things in my shopping cart, but we're just going to check this out. So there is an option to ship or to pick up. So I'm just going to select the option to pick up. I'm going to continue to payment. And that would be it. This is where I would go ahead and continue to payment if I was to make the purchase. And once I was done, I would just go back, hit the X or the back button, and I'm back to where I started. So it was that simple. It was that quick for me as a consumer. I got to see her products in real life. I got to see her products on models. I got all the information that I needed without even being directed to the app. And then I went, without being directed to her website. And then all I did was I went to her website to make the product purchase. So, like I mentioned, this shop is newly featured. It was newly implemented 2 years ago in 2020. There are guidelines and tools to help you set up your branding, to help you display your merchandise on this shop. And there are some best practices. Instagram is very trendy, so it's always good to follow whatever the new trends are. It's good to, follow whatever hashtags are trending. It's good to follow marketing strategies that are specific to Instagram. It's good to use data, that the shop feature offers you. But you have to remember that like all social media and digital spaces, this shop feature and Instagram itself is still growing and changing as we speak. My goal with this is to help you lay down a foundation and become comfortable with Instagram Shop. My goal is just to help you determine if this is the right option for you and how to get started. Keep in mind that most social media apps are intuitive. They're like riding a bike. Once you know it, you will master it on your own terms. And your shop and your brand will be your voice, as unique as you are. All right, thank you very much. I'll take any questions that you guys might have.
Thank you, Sana. And so if anyone has any questions, feel free to include that in the chat, and we will be answering those questions as a group. So feel free to put any questions in the chat and make sure you send it to everyone rather than to just the panelists.
Yep. So we do have a few questions that came in. So our first one is, how do you link to the website?
Yeah, so you do it from Facebook. As long as there's a plugin, you would use that plugin to connect your Instagram and your Facebook. So it depends on what website you're using. Like I mentioned, if you have Shopify or BigCommerce, um, once you're setting up your a Shopify, it's going to give you the option if you want to connect it to Instagram or Facebook. But it depends on the website that you're using. You have to make sure that it has the component to to like plug it has a plugin component where you can integrate Instagram shop or Facebook shop.
Okay. And I do see a question that came in regarding technical issues joining the webinar. This webinar recording will be available after today's session, so we will be emailing a link to the recording afterwards. Okay, so next question. If you don't have an e-commerce site but have products on your website, is there any way you can take advantage of this so consumers can see your products but not necessarily buy them online?
So you don't have an e-commerce site, but you have like physical products. Do you ship them or do you like have the option to pick them up?
Um, if the person who asked this question would like to respond, feel free to do so through the chat. Um, they're saying that you can pick it up.
Yeah, you can pick it up. Then yeah, actually, do you mind repeating the question? I just want to make sure I don't miss anything.
Yeah, no worries. So, if you don't have an e-commerce site but have your products on your website, is there any way you can take advantage of this so consumers can see your products but not necessarily buy them online?
Um, yeah, you should be able to, especially if you're picking them up. As long as you can create catalogs out of your product, because I think that's the main component of the Instagram shop. So it depends on what website you're using and how your website is laid out.
Mhm.
You can always get in touch with me more and we can take a look at the technicalities of it. But I think as long as it depends on, what the layout is like. Um, Again, the Instagram plugin should be there in order for you to connect it because you have to remember that when the checkout is happening, if somebody, they are going to be redirected to your website to take a look at the tag products or, to get more information. So it depends on how your website is laid out, but I think as long as there's like you have a catalog, it should be good.
Okay, so this is a bit of a follow-up question to regarding plugins. So if you have a plugin on your WooCommerce site, then Instagram will recognize it automatically, or do you have to get the shop feature?
You have to get the shop feature. You have to go through the process of signing up for a business account. You have to get verified. You have to set up your Instagram and you have to set up your Facebook. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So the next question, there are a few parts to it. So, first of all, they're just asking, what do you recommend for those who are just starting? So they're just looking to know what steps you'd recommend, like first steps.
Yeah, so if you're starting, start with your website. I would start with the content. So don't worry about do not worry about the technical bits of it as much as you would about reaching out to your customer base. So So, think about like product cataloging. Start with your website because that is your brand. And then to get started on Facebook and Instagram, it is fairly simple. It's like a checklist. Like you set up your Facebook, you set up your Instagram. I think with Instagram is very much content centered. So have ideas on how to create content that's gonna bring in other Instagram users. Start to build a community on Instagram and then add the shop feature because the shop feature is a bonus on Instagram, but really Instagram itself has its own language, it has its own, trends. So get familiar with Instagram, just have fun with it. I think something that I tell everybody is social media, whether it's your LinkedIn or your Instagram, you should enjoy it. And the more you enjoy it, the more you're gonna learn how to navigate it. So if you're just getting started, like get an Instagram, just start engaging with the content, start following people that you like, start following shops that you like, and work on your own branding and your own content.
Okay. And as a follow-up to that, are there any fees associated with the Instagram e-commerce account?
No, unless if you do ads, which is different, but no.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just sifting through. We have quite a few questions that came in. Okay, so the next question. If they want to set up a Shopify store to sell print-on-demand products like t-shirts, etc., will that be eligible for Instagram Shop?
Um, so is that a drop shipping business? If it's print on demand, or is it,
I believe it's once they order the t-shirt, then the t-shirt will be made. It's not like pre-made already and kept in inventory. It's more like once you actually order the t-shirt, then I believe the t-shirt will be made.
yeah, that's definitely eligible. I think, yeah, one of the ways that I think about it is if it can be packed and shipped, or if it can be packed and, picked up, as long as you're selling a physical product, and you can display it on the shop, then you can sell it.
Okay. And how do you place the link on your profile for your customers to click through?
Which link?
The link to your Instagram shop.
So you mean the view shop button?
So there's a button available
Yeah.
for. Mhm.
Yeah, so once you integrate your shop with your Meta account, so Meta is Facebook and Instagram. So remember you've connected your Facebook and your Instagram once you set those up. And then what you're doing is you're taking your website and then you're connecting that to Meta, which is Facebook and Instagram. And then once that happens, the view shop button is going to show up.
Okay, perfect. And does someone need to have a registered business to open up an Instagram shop?
No.
Okay. Next question. Is it necessary to go through the Facebook Commerce to set up an Instagram store because Facebook Commerce, they find that Facebook Commerce is a bit complicated?
Yeah, unfortunately, Facebook is where you do majority of the back end of your work. So Facebook is the head company. Facebook bought out Instagram. Facebook's essentially the OG. So the work is done on Facebook, and you have to use Business Suite. There's a lot of great videos that I think kind of simplify step-by-step processes. I know it can be very overwhelming, but yeah, just try. There's no going around Facebook. You have to use Facebook Suite. Just try to, again, remember that all of these are supposed to be user friendly. So there's nothing we can do, but yeah, just try not to get stressed about it.
Okay. And someone's just asking that if they do require guidance afterwards, how do they go about contacting either you, Sun, or anyone else on the Digital Main Street team?
Yeah, you can. Oh, go ahead, Sana.
Yeah, no. Just as sort of we mentioned previously, like Sana is part of the digital service squad. She's one of the members, and so therefore, if you guys are interested in this program and you are a brick and mortar business here in the city, please feel free to reach out by contacting us by email at digitalmainstreet@mississauga.ca, or you can visit us on our website at Mississauga slash digital main street and mississauga.ca slash digital main street, and we'll be more than happy to sort of connect with you and sort of provide that assistance. So do feel free to reach out, and we'll be more than happy to connect you with one of our members, and they will be sitting down with you one on one to sort of provide that support.
Awesome. And we do have someone that's just requiring a bit more clarification on the steps that you've mentioned. So you've mentioned that the step one would be to sign up for Instagram and Facebook business account. Step two would be to link the plugin on your website. And then the step three would be,
That's it. So those are essentially they're the two steps, the first two steps. So the first step would be Facebook, getting a Facebook business, and the second would be getting an Instagram business. The third would be to link the two, and that's it. Yeah.
and are there any fees for your Facebook business manager?
Nope, it's free.
Okay, just sifting through the questions again, there are a few repeats, so I don't want
Yeah,
to
no worries.
ask the same one again.
Yeah, I think they really what for Facebook and for Instagram, they're banking on you know, the ad money that you'll eventually be spending. They're banking on your data. So it's free for you to use. And then and try and get as much as you can out of their free services. So utilizing their data, utilizing their massive reach, massive user base, and all of that stuff is free. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So someone else is asking, when you say Meta, I have I have an Instagram business account and a Facebook business account. They're two separate accounts, but our website has both of the clickable link icons. Is that what you mean when you say plugin?
What is the website?
Uh, I'm guessing it's their business website. So they've got two clickable link icons, and they're wondering if that's what's being referred to as the plugin.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, okay. And then going back to the Digital Main Street program, someone would like to know that if they're not in Mississauga, can they still get help?
That might actually be a question for you, Mona, in terms of just additional support, because our programs are specifically to support businesses here at the city of Mississauga, but Mona and the rest of our team is more than happy to sort of guide you or lead you to anyone from other cities to sort of provide you that additional support if you're not from the city of Mississauga.
Exactly. And other cities do have the Digital Main Street program as well. Toronto has one and a few other cities. So if you're from any of those cities, you can definitely look up Digital Main Street and then just put your city name in, and you should be able to get their contact information online. Okay, so moving on to the next question. So someone provides residential tree services in Mississauga, and they're wondering if they can have a book appointment type of tag.
Um, Not a book appointment type of tag. I don't think that is something you can do, because the tags would be more to show off the trees. It's an e-commerce tag, so it would be, you know, product description or photos or prices. The book appointment tag, that no, because again, I think that would also be a digital product, and you can't really tag any type of digital products. So I don't think that's gonna work. But I think you can navigate it. I would maybe write it in your bio, in your like Instagram bio, like a very short, you know, book appointment, and then direct them to the website. Or yeah, so I would there's always ways to go about it. Again, if you do want to connect on this a bit more and troubleshoot, like feel free to get in touch with me. Yeah.
I think if I could add to that, just I think the best sort of strategy for that would be honestly the link in the bio. So including your link in the bio, and every time you create any Instagram posts, as a call to action in your caption, just feel free to just always mention like the link is in the bio if you want to book an appointment. That way, it's very straightforward, and all that link in the bio should direct them directly to where they can book the appointment right away, and doesn't require them to sort of look for it or search for the book appointment sort of button. So I think that would be sort of your best strategy in that case.
Okay, awesome. So we do have a follow-up question in regards to the plugins, the clickable link icons on this person's website. So they're wondering, will Instagram recognize it automatically, or do they have to physically do anything in order to get that shop link available?
No, it's automatic. You don't physically have to do anything. There's usually like I know for Shopify, you literally like it's a check button, and it's going to be integrated. But I'm sure it does differ from website to website, but it's all on the back end. It's all code, so nothing physical ever. If you, again, like, feel free to reach out about your specific website, and then I can look up more information on how to technically do it if you need that information. But it's never anything physical, no.
And just sort of add on to that as well, the website that Sam is kind of mentioning are those like user-friendly dis website builders. So a lot of the times it's like things like Shopify, or if you have Wix or Squarespace or things like this, where they to make things easy for you as a website builder, they include these options to include a plugin. It's just like an additional feature that you're adding onto your website. This might not be the case for every single e-commerce website out there, so this may require a little bit more research on your end to just see if that feature is available on your e-commerce website to add that plugin. Um, but once you do add that plugin, it does automatically connect because Instagram is built to like connect automatically to your e-commerce website. But you do have to look into seeing if that plugin is available for the e-commerce platform that you're using, or like the specific website builder that you are using.
Okay, cool. Moving on to the next question. Someone would like to know a bit more of the new Etsy feature.
Yeah, I can actually send you maybe like an article about that. So similarly, everything is connected through a plugin. So if you want to get this person's information, I would love to connect with them and send them more information on maybe like how to's, and then I'll connect with you personally.
And I'm just dropping Sana's email address below in the chat if you'd like to connect with her afterwards. Okay, so moving on, we do have a few more questions. Can you tag items on your website for people to see, or do you need to have an e-commerce website?
Um, so okay, I just want to understand the type of website that you have. Can I get a bit more information on that? What is it, like a blog? If it's a blog, then no, because you do have to be selling a product. It can't be, you can't tag just anything, so you can only tag products. And when you set up your shop, you you have to get it verified. So unless if you're not selling a product that you're tagging, you're not going to get the shop feature. So you can't tag just anything. It has to be a physical product.
Okay.
It has to be a
And
physical sellable product. Yeah.
okay, so not a blog. You've actually got to have products on your website.
Yeah, you can't tag your website in that way.
Okay. So we do have another follow-up question to the previous plugins with clickable icons on your website. So the person is asking, so to get the actual link, do they need to go to the Instagram business account, or does it automatically pop up on their profile?
No, it has to be um okay. So it has to be through Instagram. So Facebook Suite firstly, and then Instagram as well. So you have to have the business account. You have to sign up for an Instagram business account, and then it's going to show you how to integrate the plugin. Everything is going to be on the back end of Facebook, Instagram business. Both of them have to be business. And then the back end of your website. Your website should give you options on what features it can integrate within its platform. So those are your three main boards of references. There's going to be no other place that you have to look.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so moving on to the next question. Are transactions handled through PayPal? Does Instagram charge a fee for this?
So Instagram is not in charge of any of the transactions. Those are happening on your website. So on the demo, I showed that Instagram is connected to your website and the consumer is going to go on your website and make the purchase on your website using whatever you use for the checkout method. Instagram doesn't charge you anything because it's essentially your own website that's doing the work. So however you pay or however you, whatever method you use for charging, that's going to stay as is. This is just connecting Instagram with your shop.
Okay, and as a follow-up question, do you just post a link to your website to handle these orders?
Do you post a link? Well, it's going to be, I think I want to get this right. Where are you posting the link on your Instagram?
On, I guess so, yeah, a link on your Instagram that would take you back to your website.
That's going to be the view shop button. So the view shop button, you don't need to have your website address there. That is what the view shop button is there for.
Okay.
And
So the customer just clicks on view shop, yeah.
And Instagram automatically sort of connects your website once you've done the plugin. It automatically connects it so that all the items are, once you click the shop button, it'll take you exactly to the website product page.
Yes, and then this person would also like to know how to set up ads on Instagram. So we do have a separate webinar for that. I will be dropping the recording for that webinar into the chat if you'd like to check that out. Okay, and then we have a bit of a generic question. Someone is in the kitchen and bath design industry, and they'd like to know how to increase their exposure and audience growth.
Yeah. So it would have to do with your content. Instagram is about building community. So I think a lot of it has to do with creating content I mean, I hate to say it, but content that's really trendy. So whatever are the trends according to Instagram, that's what's gonna draw in the audience. So sometimes there's a certain type of content that's really, really trending. I know that if it's, bathrooms, I know like cleaning videos are really trending on Instagram. So create content that has to do with cleaning or whatever hashtags are really trending right now. Using those as a marker to draw in people. I would recommend focusing on your content and then trying to build a community, engage with your followers, comment on, the people, comment back. If somebody leaves you a comment, be sure to comment back. Be sure to, follow some of your followers. You really kind of want to let people know that you're engaged and you're giving them the things that they're on Instagram for. So
And if I can add to that, I think Instagram Shop is just an additional tool to help ease the transaction of buying products right away. So let's just say they just go through your page and they see some products that they really like. It's easy for them to just click on it, see that it's already tagged, go into the shop, and just buy it right away. That kind of ease is the reason that they created Instagram Shop, because sometimes, a lot of times, like you see products right away and you kind of want to buy it, and to kind of add to that, that's why they create that ease. However, you still have to maintain that account, that Instagram account, and like place those strategies where um, you are posting your product images and lifestyle images and really sort of enticing them to buy your products. um, but the goal of Instagram Shop in itself is just to sort of ease that transaction, so people are able to see a product and if they want to buy it right away, it's super easy, just a few little taps and they're able to buy that product.
So, in regards to staying consistent and staying engaged with your audience, how many times a week would you recommend business owners post?
I would say once or once. There are specific types. There are specific times where you should be posting. So I think it's usually around like between 5 to 7. You don't want to overdo it. You don't want to underdo it either. So posting also doesn't mean that you're only posting on your feed. You can also be posting on your stories. So you can be posting, you can be doing lives as well. You can be posting reels. So it also depends on the content. I think content is really your currency. And so it depends on, what information are you giving your audiences? Is there any sales happening? Are there any promotions happening? So I would say about once a week during peak hours. But again, you want to post a story, you want to be informative. Um, Again, if you want to have another discussion, feel free to like get in touch with me with specific questions, and we can go in a lot more detail about creating a content plan and a content calendar that would fit your business needs.
And I think when it comes to posting, it's all about staying consistent. So if you do decide to do once a week or twice a week, making sure to continue doing that through time is what will help with your engagement as well as like engaging your audience. They'll know to expect like a post a week. But as Sana mentioned as well, posting on your story that can be done much frequently than posting on your actual feed. Okay, so going back to the trending hashtags that you had mentioned, someone's wondering how would they go about finding those trending hashtags?
Yeah, so it depends on your community. It depends on, what type of product that you're selling. So I know that, let's say if I was selling recipes, if I was selling like a food product and it was Christmas, uh, you have to go within your community to find these trending hashtags. So you have to go and find so if I was selling a food product, I would go and see what other food bloggers are clicking on, or what other food bloggers are what other food bloggers are what hashtags they're using, and look at the engagement that they're getting. There's also I think there should be a way to even check what like trending hashtags are. I know they are on Twitter, but on Instagram, I'm sure that when you click on a hashtag, it shows you all the posts that are tagged in it, and it gives you an idea of like, is this a good enough hashtag or not? So if you see like 100 posts about a hashtag versus like 2 million, you know that I need to use in the 2 million post hashtag because that one's a lot more trending.
Yeah, and a lot of times, even just going onto your explore page and looking at similar images to what your content is, you can also check out the hashtags that those images are using and then use those hashtags because they did come up on your explore page. So those are trending hashtags as well. Okay, so at this time it is 11 a.m. I will be asking for any final questions. If you'd like, just put them into the chat. Okay, so someone is asking, they only have about 50 followers. So what's the best way to gain more followers without spamming content to your followers?
I would go and I would like people that either, so what I always suggest is go and like people that are within your industry that are like top tier. It doesn't matter if they're local, it doesn't matter if they're, international. So start building your follower base or the people that you're following, because that's gonna guide the algorithm in the direction of like, this is what your niche is. And then follow the people that are following, um, you know, other businesses such as yours, and start engaging with them. This way, a lot of times what I'll get is like if I follow a shop, another shop of the same um, style is going to follow me. And then I'll always go and like, because I have to prove whether or not I want them to follow me. But it always pushes me to check out their shop. And then if I like their shop, I'll follow them as well. So essentially start following people in your industry, and start following people that are following people in your industry.
So would you say that increasing your engagement increases your followers as well versus increasing your amount of content?
Definitely, because you have, but so your engagement rate is what is going to guide the algorithm to who you are. It's going to teach the algorithm, okay, this is what you sell. These are the people that you interact with. And essentially what you're doing is you're kind of you're telling the algorithm like, I want to see more posts about, food. And then it's going to show you more content about food, but you have to then start following those people. And then it's essentially what you're doing is you're trying to build community. So it's okay if you have 50, you only have 50 people. Something else that I say is like social media also takes time. It's like building a garden. So, it might take you like a month to get a few more followers, but then once you really start to engage with them, you might get way more all of a sudden because you're building a community. It's not just about getting followers, but it's like who are you interacting with? What are you offering? What are the relationships that you're building?
Exactly. So on social media, it's not enough to just be pumping content out. So the people that you're interacting with, they'll eventually start interacting with your content as well, therefore increasing your engagement rate and followers.
Yeah. And I mean, if you share a story and somebody replies, or you can, even on your stories, you can do like polls, you can do like quizzes, and that is also kind of gonna get people to interact with you and then interact with them back. You're essentially, again, it's a social app, so you're making friends and you don't want to stress. Like you should be having fun. That's the number one rule is like have fun, enjoy it. And remember, this is intuitive. So you're eventually, you should feel at home and you should feel comfortable and other people should do the same. And then it's gonna start to go up.
Exactly. And we do have a webinar as well on how to use stories on social media, which I'll also be linking in the chat if you'd like to learn more. Okay, so we are done with all our questions, but if anyone does have any last minute questions, feel free to send them into the chat or else we will be ending the session for today. I'll give it a few seconds before we end off. Yes, we will be sending out a recording to this session afterwards. Once the recording is up, everyone will be receiving an email with the link.
Additionally, just any recordings for our past webinars are available on the website, so feel free to explore any old webinars that you might be interested in. A lot of the times we discuss a lot of different digital tools, so definitely feel free to explore.
Okay, awesome. So at this time, I'd just like to thank everyone for attending today's session. We do have a few upcoming webinars as well. So on January 11th, we have our How to Set Up Your Shopify e-commerce website. January 13th, we have our How to Optimize Your Shopify store. On January 19th, we have How to Use TikTok for Your Small Business. And on January 26th, we've got How to Use MailChimp. So do make sure that you do register for those events and follow us on our social media at Mississauga EDO on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. We do usually send out reminders for these events prior to the dates. And
Just quickly, there was a question about where you can find these events, Mona, if you don't mind just answering that.
where you can find the events, yes. So if you would, so everything is available on our website. Thefutureisunlimited.ca /events. So feel free to check that out. All of the links to register are available on there. So again, thefutureisunlimited.ca /events. Okay, so at this time, we'd like to just thank everyone for attending and we hope to see you guys at our next session. All right, have a great day, everyone. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.